What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to change a clutch cover. It's very simple. This one's got to be changed because I cracked it and it leaks, and I have a brand new one right here I just ordered. So we're gonna get this off, take the cap off, change it out, and your springs and your bolts. On the Austrian bikes, like the KTM Huskies gases, you just need an 8mm. On other brands, you just have to see. But what you do is you start on these bolts, start taking them off, and once you get them all loose, you just pull them out. And you're gonna pull this cover off in the gasket. Normally they'll send you one with the new cover, and then you'll line it up, put it back in there in your holes, tighten it all up, hand tight all the way around. But I like to go kind of diagonal, just like a wheel. Make sure they're good, and then put your spring back on your foot peg. And that's it, and we're gonna get right to it. Now, you want to always keep track of which bolts go to what, because there is a special order that they go in. You can see, like, this one doesn't go all the way down. This one does. So you want to keep track of that. So like what I like to do is I'll go ahead and get my new cover, and I'll put the bolts in the hole that they go. And so that way, they're already lined up, as you can tell. So, let's finish taking off the rest of these bolts. T-handle's one of the best things to use for this. You don't really want to use an impact because most of these parts are aluminum and they'll strip out pretty easy and you'll break your bolt. So that's why I like a socket or a T-handle is the best to use. This one's a little pain. That. And then I'd recommend go ahead and taking your cap off, because sometimes they're pretty hard to take off. Always have to use a pair of needle nose just to crack it. There's your cap. Now it should pull right off. Well, I say that. A little hard. Pull right off. There's the clutch, and as you can see, mine's busted right there. So it's definitely time for a new one. So now that I have all my bolts in it, I'm gonna go ahead. I recommend to go ahead and putting the spring on the clutch side. Makes it pretty easy. It comes with a gasket. You want to always make sure it's lined up correctly. Well, let's see. Yep. I'll make sure it's lined up correctly. This can be a little bit tricky sometimes. You have to get them just right. So now that I have the cover on, the gasket on, all the bolts lined up, now what you want to do is you just want to make sure your gasket's all good, lined up good. Yeah, mine's pretty good. Then you want to just make sure they're not cross-threaded. Make sure they're all right. You don't want to cross-thread them and mess up your threads. So these feel all good. Yep. So first what you want to do is get your T-handle. or your socket, whatever. And like I said, what I like to do is kind of like to go in a little, kind of like a car, like diagonal. Always helps out. Speed up this. It always helps out. Tighten up, and then once you get all those pretty hand tight, then what you want to do is you want to go and just give them about half to a quarter of a turn, and you're good. There it is, guys. It's the new clutch cover. Please excuse my bike, it's pretty dirty. Kind of had a quick wash, it's pretty cold, but that's how you change cover, and it's very simple. And then some bikes, they have this on the clutch cover. Most Japanese bikes are, there's a place on the frame for the back brake, but yep, that's it. And make sure you always have your bike leaned over. Or what I like to do is I put the handle bars on the stand, and it keeps all the oil that way. That way it doesn't dump out. But I'm gonna end up changing oil anyway. But yep, that's what you do.